CAW Classic Action Wrestling.
Hey there, folks. I'm Big Ol' Buck Wild.
I'm Tyrone Noble.
And I'm Ronnie X. And this is the new CAW Classic Action Wrestling.
You heard that right, folks. This is the new CAW. And what's new about it? We got more of everything. More titles, more talent, bigger rosters, and a wider view of the CAW universe as we bring you the highlight matches from all our CAW productions from all around the world.
We'll take you to Late Night, where CAW World Champion Dirty Dick Travis, otherwise known as DDT, rules the roost, as well as CAW Women's World Champion Eve of the Chosen One.
And uncanceled, CAW goes to cyberspace with CAW Internet Champion and self-proclaimed biggest brain in the game, Aaron Pratt.
And CAW Ascension is where we'll find Ascension World Champ, the Mighty Castle, as well as the dynamic styles of Ascension Women's Champion, Dynamic Style.
And we top it all off right here on CAW Live, where every superstar from across all brands compete, and the king and queen of the hill are the CAW Undisputed World Champion, the Footloose Phenomenon, Freeman, and again, the Undisputed Women's World Champion, the first woman, Eve.
All that, plus we'll be bringing you the highlight matches from all of our various PPVs, from Blowout all the way up to and including Grapplemania. And that's it for the introduction. So buckle up, and let's get on with the show.
First, we're heading over to Late Night, where Ascension Women's World Champion Dynamic Styles attempts to crown herself a double champion as she goes after the vivacious La Vida Loca and her CAW Women's Intercontinental title. We'll hand it over now to late night commentators Kip Carson and Ned McManus as they call our first match of the evening.
Thank you, Ty. This is Kip Carson.
And I'm Ned McManus.
And this is CAW Late Night. We're starting off with a hot one. Muy caliente, you might say, as the Ascension Women's World Champion visits to take on our own Women's Intercontinental Champion, the lively Latina, La Vida Loca. You probably want to grab a glass of milk for this one, Ned. I think it's going to get spicy.
Yes, indeed.
Let's head down to the ring. We're here tonight in beautiful Las Vegas, and the fans are in attendance. Let's head on down to the ring, where the ring announcer is preparing to present this evening's superstars.
The following match is for one fall and is for the CAW Women's Intercontinental Championship. First, the challenger. She is the Ascension Women's World Champion from Seattle, Washington. The dynamic styles of the Dynamic Styles.
Say adios to your championship, Levita, and say hello to the dynamic styles of me, Dynamic Styles.
Dynamic Styles, the Ascension Women's World Champion, being led to the ring by Ascension World Champion Castle. You just can't get better back up than that, can you, Ned?
Not at all.
Known as the Dynamic One, Dinah is dynamic indeed. She's a rock star, formerly served in our armed forces as a proud member of our United States Air Force, and is, of course, a CAW champion. That's quite an impressive resume, wouldn't you say, Ned?
Indeed.
And it's fiesta time.
Break out the piñatas and maracas. I can smell the tequila on the air.
Call me La Vida Loca, they whisper my name. Flames in my heels, I'm a runaway train. I dance till the moon size, can't catch my breath. Every step a spark, every spark a threat.
And the champion, hailing from Tijuana, Mexico. She is the CAW Intercontinental Women's Champion, the lovely La Vida Loca.
If Dynamic Styles thinks she's coming for my title, she can think again. She may come to the ring a chica, but she'll leave a chica fillet.
The Latina sensation, La Vida Loca, being led to the ring by the contemptible Ladivius Jones, as well as the equally contemptible Tika Tanaka. You couldn't ask for a more treacherous pair of allies than those two, I'll tell you. La Vida's no saint herself, of course. The mischievous Mamacita's been known to break about as many rules as she has hearts. One thing can be said. When La Vida's in the ring, it's all action. She's all fiesta. No siesta. This girl won't stop until the party taps out. That's for certain.
Now that you mention it, it's been a while since I've been to a good party.
What do you mean you haven't been to a good party? You were just at my birthday party last week. Don't you remember?
Yep.
Okay, wise guy. Don't forget who's the sidekick here. There's a reason my pulsating circle is above your pulsating circle. Read the room, Boy Wonder.
This bout is for the CAW Intercontinental Women's Championship. First, the challenger. She is the Ascension Women's World Champion from Seattle, Washington, Dynamic Styles. And the champion, hailing from Tijuana, Mexico. She is the CAW Intercontinental Women's Champion, La Vida Loca.
There it is, the prize of the night, the CAW Women's Intercontinental Championship. Time to get this show underway.
Howdy, boys.
Whoa! It's CAW World Champion, Dirty Dick Travis, DDT. When did you get here?
Been here the whole time.
That's nuts. I never even saw you there.
If I was a snake, I'd have bit you. Still might.
Maybe bite Ned. He's closer, and he yields more meat.
Hey!
So, what brings you out tonight, champ?
This dog gets concerned when another hound comes sniffing around his yard. Figured I'd come walk the fence. Check the weather, so to speak.
Oh, I'm sure you've no reason to be concerned about the presence of dynamic styles here on Late Night Champ. The ladies of CAW work across all brands.
Ain't talking about the filly. I'm talking about Roid Rage over there. Castle, the Ascension World Champion. I feel disrespected by the presence of another show's champion in my territory. It's mine. I already peed on everything here.
Everything? Wow. Better phone my secretary and have her throw out my lunch.
Don't worry, I didn't pee on your lunch.
Well, that's good to know.
Just your lunchbox. I'm no fan of the Lone Ranger, by the way.
I suppose that is also good to know. I might need that for Trivial Pursuit at some point. As long as you're here, champ, why don't you tell us what you think of tonight's in-ring combatants? What do you think of Dynamic Styles?
Nice filly. Really pretty, but a bit too city, you know. Personally, I prefer a lil country stank on a woman. Shows character.
I meant as a wrestler, champ. What do you think of her in-ring skills?
Oh, she's all right, I guess. She's got that whole fighting with her knees thing going on. That's pretty cool, I suppose. Whatever.
She does have that going on, and she's very good at it. She's the bee's knees, I guess you could say.
Could say that, but I wouldn't, because it's stupid.
Okay.
The Mamacita, on the other hand, is a little more my speed, if a bit south of my border. Get my meaning? Spicier than I like, but a lot closer to home.
Again, I'm asking for your opinion on her as a wrestler.
Oh, well, I mean, what's to say? She hails from the house of 1,000 frog splashes. She's gonna frog splash. And then she's gonna have some submission hold. Probably Tequila Sunrise or Lasso from El Paso. Maybe a figure 4. Only real difference with these types is mask or no mask, really.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Think of some of our own CAW superstars that have come out of Mexico. What about Hannibal Hernandez?
Frog Splash, figure 4.
Pablo Diablo.
Frog Splash, Lasso from El Paso.
Primo Rivera?
Literally all frog splashes. And why are you talking with a Spanish accent?
I got it. Demonico. He doesn't do any of that stuff.
Don't count.
Why doesn't Demonico count?
Wears a mask. How do we even know for sure he's Mexican?
Of course he is. He speaks Spanish.
So what? So do I. De hecho, me orine en tu almuerzo.
Very good. What does it mean?
It's kind of like bon appetit.
Interesting. Well, Spanish lessons aside, I think we should call this match, which currently La Vida Loca looks to be in control of. Dynamic Styles started out strong, but the tide seems to have shifted considerably.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, Ned. Loca, taken to the ropes.
What did I tell you? Frog splash.
Kicks out in 2.
Okay, but to be fair, that's a pretty common move across the sport.
Tequila Sunrise. I could call this match with my eyes closed.
Don't you have a match to get ready for? The Dynamic One. In a tight spot, for sure, but Levita's releasing the hold. Looks like she thinks her opponent needs some more softening up. And what's this?
It's called backing that thing up. I heard Willie Styles saying it in the locker room.
Really? In what context? McStyles not ready to give in. She's showing why she's the Ascension Women's World Champion. And now it's La Vida Loca who appears to be on the ropes. But I wonder how long that'll be the case before Ladivius or Tika Tanaka get involved. They aren't the types who show up just to lend moral support. It's not really a matter of if with them as it is how, when, and whether they'll get away with it.
There's some resistance from Loca. She's locking up with McStyles for what looks like a very impactful belly-to-belly suplex. And the ball is back in Levita's court.
Speaking of court, I'm currently going through my 5th divorce. At this point, I don't even bring a lawyer anymore. I just bring my next wife.
Great evasive maneuver by Loca. She counters with an Irish whip and a dropkick, sending McStyles sprawling out of the ring.
And there's Ladivius with a boot to the head of Dynamic Styles. Like I said, just a matter of time. Just like my marriages.
How do you keep getting all those ladies anyway, Kip? You ain't exactly oozing machismo, you know.
Oh, that's easy. I don't do any of the work. As it turns out, Ben Franklin is an excellent wingman.
The ref has rightly ejected Ladivius Jones from ringside following that illegal attack, making the odds a bit more even for the Ascension Women's World Champion.
And it looks like with Ladivius out of the way, Dinah's been able to get back on the offense. But Tika Tanaka, the schemer she is distracting her, buying time for Levita to get to safety.
Distracting ain't cheating. Not that it'd matter to me, but it's on the opponent to pay attention. Take your eyes off a rattlesnake and you're like to get bit.
Oh, come on. Let's not act like she hasn't been interfering the whole time. Removing turnbuckle pads, sliding weapons into the ring. She's like Uber Eats, except for foreign objects.
Well, right now, Levita looks to be eating a beating, and it's Dynamic Styles that's delivering. Lays out a big body slam, and she's headed for the second rope.
And I bet it won't be no frog splash neither.
You'd win that bet. Dinah nails Levita Loca with a Meteora in typical McStyles fashion. And Levita not ready to call it a night. For a minute, I thought we were looking at a new champion there.
And there she goes, letting herself get distracted again. I guess some folks never learn.
Well, she may have made that mistake one time too many. Levita for the pin. And no, Dynamic Styles is gonna keep on rocking on. She kicks out in 2.
Brilliant evasion by Dynamic Styles. She's struggling, but not making it easy for her opponent.
She's not exactly making it easy on us either. The match is running a little long. I'm running out of clever things to say.
You think you're just now getting to that point?
That hurts, Ned. There goes Levita with an Irish whip, and she connects with a crushing spear. And again, it's the Tequila Sunrise.
Adios, senorita.
Adios is right, champ. Levita Loca's got it locked in, and it looks like the Dynamic one is done for.
And the winner by submission and still CAW Women's Intercontinental Champion, the lovely Levita Loca.
Well, that's it, folks. It looks like the Dynamic Styles will be returning to Ascension as still only a single champion. Let's hand it back to Big Ol' Buck, Tyrone Noble, and Ronnie X over on the flagship show. Thanks for joining us, folks. Good night.
Every night's a fiesta. Come dance with me.
Man, what a tough break. I was really rooting for Dynamic Styles to take home that Women's Intercontinental title. I hope she's not too disappointed.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about the Dynamic one, Buck. She'll bounce back. She's still the Ascension Women's World Champion after all. It's not like she's going home empty-handed.
Oh, that's a fact. Besides, she's probably better off not walking around with 2 targets on her back.
Oh, for sure. Besides, she'll get another shot. Tonight just wasn't her night. Now, let's move on to the following match. Next, we'll take you to Los Angeles, California, where we'll join Donna Matrix and Eugene on CAW Extreme.
Thank you, Tyrone. I am Donna Matrix, your mistress of mayhem, and this is CAW Classic Action Wrestling Extreme, where aggression dominates and weakness submits. Eugene, you may speak.
Thanks, Donna. Hi, I'm Eugene, and what we have tonight is less of a match and more of a kind of, well, incident. That shows up. The Dream Extreme. Aaron Oxley came down to express some criticisms of the show's recent roster expansion. And well, they weren't exactly constructive. Let's have a listen.
Now, anyone that knows me knows I'm a big fan of chasing your dreams. But when your dreams start conflicting with the Dream Extreme, then we have a problem. And lately, there's been far too many New Jacks chasing my same dream.
You know what, dude? You're right. I can't disagree. There's far too many dreamers around here, chasing after the same thing.
Nick Ozone. Well, this should be entertaining.
It might be time to start thinning out the herd, right? I mean, some of you deadweight has-beens are never going anywhere.
Is that right?
Oh, he didn't like that.
Oh, you bet he didn't. Aaron Oxley just smashed Nick Ozone in the face with that microphone. And now it looks like we have a fight on our hands.
Well, I don't mind. I mean, what are we here for? If not a little wanton violence, right?
Well, to be honest, Donna, I kind of prefer a sanctioned match. You know, like with a referee and some rules.
Rules? Well, aren't you just adorable?
I mean it, Donna. There's no point to this. With no ref and no rules, we can't even get a viable decision. These guys are just eating up valuable airtime.
Eugene, when you were a boy, didn't you ever have a schoolyard fight?
Yeah, kinda, sorta. Like, I guess you could call
Never
it a...
mind, Eugene. I think I've located the problem.
Look, I know you think I don't get it, but I do, Donna. Oxley is a veteran. He's been around here for years, and he still hasn't achieved his championship dream. Then, Nick Ozone, the promising young up-and-comer, shows up reaching for the same star. I totally understand. It must be the same way you felt when I first showed up.
What? You think your arrival intimidated me? Are you serious?
Well, sure. I'm young, loyal, humble, responsible. I take orders well, and I possess integrity. I'm a threat.
A threat? You literally just named all the qualities of the perfect follower. Eugene, you aren't my competition. I'm the one who hired you. You're my employee. Didn't you know?
Yeah, boss. Just kidding around. Just trying to offer a little, levity during this, unwarranted disruption, which, I might add, is only growing further out of control. Hey, you guys, we have a schedule to adhere to.
Thanks, Eugene. I'm sure that will help.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
As things tend to do around these parts.
Well, that's true. But I get where Oxley's coming from. Being an old grappler myself and not having the most decorated career, I know what it's like to see the old brass ring slipping out of reach before you ever manage to get your hands on it.
Oh, don't play yourself, Buck. You had great matches. Sure, your career didn't span decades, and you didn't hold many titles. But in your short time in the ring, you put on some legendary bouts.
And so has Oxley. The reality is that all most guys will take from this business, if they're lucky, is the fact that they put on some great matches and build some fantastic memories with the fans. And for some, that's enough.
And speaking of great matches, we got another one coming up right now as we join Tanner and Tamar for more action over on our web series CAW Cancelled.
Let's head over right now.
Sup, everybody? I'm Tanner.
Sup, I'm Tamar.
And this is Cancelled, the CAW's only web-based show, and where you guys book the matches.
This match is about to be off the hook, gang.
We got gentleman James Royal, and he's coming out to see Grossberger.
Bruh, Grossberger is sick.
I know, right?
Big, greasy, nasty, stanky, freckly. Ugh.
I wouldn't even want to touch that dude, man.
Right. I'm pretty sure Royal doesn't want to either. But you know, the fans have spoken. And on Canceled, what the fans want, they get.
True. Aight then, let's go and get it poppin'.
I thought it was already poppin'. How do we start?
The following match is for one fall. First, representing the Legion of Heels and being led to the ring by the Fallen Son, Ken Tanaka, hailing from Manchester, England, and weighing 228 pounds. Gentlemen, James, Royal.
Well, you're a big, gross, disgusting heap of human compost, ain't ya? Large crap like you don't really deserve the royal treatment. But I think I'll crown ya anyway.
James Royal. Probably not the gentleman that the sobriquet suggests. But he does stand on business.
Sobriquet, bruh?
Yeah, I'm expanding my vocabulary. I figure if I get good enough at this job, I won't ever have to get a real one.
Ah, strategy. Respect.
And I think respect might be the point tonight, as Grossberger won't tolerate disrespect from anybody. And disrespect is pretty much all Royal gives.
Facts. But, regardless which way this match goes, I doubt that's gonna change. Dude just identifies as freaking rude. He's pretty much locked in.
I don't think you're wrong, T. Royal's just a 10 toes down type of dude. Boy can't even keep a dog because he'll take it out, but he'll never walk it back.
Oh, bruh, come on.
I know, but I won't apologize. Corny jokes are a cornerstone of good commentary. Learn the ropes, bro.
Nah. Oh, check it out. This is my favorite part of the entrance right here. Watch this. Watch. Dramatic pause. Was that dope or what?
Yeah, that was awesome. The way they just stood there. I've never seen anything like it.
Ass.
And the opponent, hailing from Hamburg, Germany, representing the Diamond Mine and being accompanied to the ring by Diamond Dan, weighing in at a phenomenal 450 pounds, Grossberger.
I'm going to crush him! I am going to crush this little British man! And he will cry!
Damn, dude. Intense much?
I think Royal's insults got under his skin.
Well, that's a lot of skin to be getting under.
Nasty, too. I don't even think Grossberger likes being under there.
Do you think you'll make Royal cry, though?
I don't know. I'd be crying already, though. Look at dude. He's massive.
Facts. I would not want to be in Royal's boots right now.
Well, there's the bell, and it's time for Royal to show and prove. He's talked a whole lot of rah-rah, and now he's got to back it up.
Well, he says he's going to crown Grossberger, giving him the royal treatment. And Grossberger says he's going to crush Royal and make him cry. So I'm just interested to see how much of that actually happens.
Well, that'd be interesting. I've never seen a grown man cry.
Me either. I mean, except for my dad when I told him I was dropping out of college to do this.
Bruh, you dropped out of college? You didn't have to do that. It's a web show. You can do it from your dorm room.
Shh, my dad doesn't know that. He thinks I gotta, like, tour around the country with the wrestlers and stuff.
Bruh, you lied to your dad?
Yeah? Don't you?
No, I don't even talk to your dad.
I mean, your dad.
Oh yeah, but about regular stuff, like I won't drink at the party, or I was just holding it for a friend. Nothing crazy.
I don't think it's that crazy. So, what do we know about this Legion of Heels?
Well, the name pretty much tells you what they're about. There's Royal, Tanaka, who leads the faction, and then there's Leland Jacobs and Angelo Vada.
Wait, those guys are all on different brands.
Right. That way, they can flex their influence all across the CAW universe.
Ah, strategy.
Right.
Respect. The man in Grossberger's corner, though, needs no introduction. He's somewhat an idol of mine.
Diamond Dan is an idol of yours?
Yeah, from like a fashion perspective.
A fashion perspective? Diamond Dan?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm gonna dress when I get old.
Why?
What? Bro's got style, bruh. I mean, what else am I gonna wear? Flannels? Polos and sandals like your dad?
Hey, wait a minute.
I'll be like a big-time, legendary commentator by then. I can't just go around looking like a regular dude.
So polyester and bell-bottoms, that's your go-to?
I mean, yeah. What's yours?
I'll probably just rock whatever's in style at the time.
Yeah, I guess that's one way you could go. Whatever. Royal's been struggling up till now, but it looks like he's finally starting to gain some ground.
Lifts Grossberger to his feet, and
crowns him!
Did bro just do the impossible?
Nah, probably gonna take more than that.
Man, I thought it was a rap-a-dap, as Big Ol' Buck would say.
It still might be a rap-a-dap, T. Royal's got him in that sleeper hold.
He better hold on tight.
And no! Grossberger breaks it up with a jawbreaker. And that might cost Royal what little advantage he'd managed to gain.
For sure, that left him wide open, and Grossberger's taking full advantage.
And he puts him down with a massive slam. And now he's headed for the top rope. No way! He can't. He won't. He wouldn't.
He did. And it looks like Grossberger's just getting started. I wonder if Royal's starting to regret roasting him like he did.
I'm gonna say, probably, yes. He's succeeded in pushing the big man's buttons, and now it looks like it's FAFO time.
Grossberger's setting up for a big splash, but Royal's not trying to stick around for it.
Grossberger, not taking no for an answer, lifts Royal into the fireman's position and puts him down hard with a big front slam.
And Royal kicks out instantly. Dude's got more gas left than I thought.
Is it enough to take him the distance, though? Royal looks beat down, and Grossberger doesn't look like he's even broken a sweat.
To be fair, Grossberger showed up already a little greasy.
Grossberger, to the ropes! And no! Royal gets out of the way just in time.
And good thing he clocked it. Would have been a wrap.
And it's a taste of pain for the big man from James Royal. Taking it to the second rope. Crowns him again.
That's gotta be it for him.
Nope. I bet he wishes it was, but Grossberger's still fighting.
Yeah, I don't see this going on much longer. I think Grossberger's about ready to wrap it up.
I bet Royal's about ready for him to wrap it up too. I can't imagine he's enjoying this.
And there he goes, signaling the end.
Yeah. Are you serious? He's still kicking out? Bruh! What's this little British dude made of?
Sterner stuff than me, that's for sure.
And it's another burger bomb! And an official rap-a-dap.
Big Ol' Buck would give his seal of approval.
Well, at least Royal didn't cry.
Yeah, big ups to a grown man for not crying.
Well, there you have it. Grossberger still remains a dominating force.
Let's shoot it now back over to Big Ol' Buck and the crew on CAW Live.
Catch you here next week on CAW Canceled.
Boy, that Grossberger is something, ain't he?
Yeah, he's something all right. But what? Where does something like him even come from?
I don't know. Germany, apparently. Why, you looking to find another one?
Not at all, Ty. I just want to know who to blame and where to stay away from. You heard?
I heard. But you know what else I heard?
I bet you're gonna tell us.
Don't take it, Ty. That's a sucker bet.
I heard that they've got yet another great match for us over on Ascension. Let's head on over there and see what they got on the floor.
Welcome, folks. I'm Mike Holder.
I'm Alistair Posh.
And I'm Hector.
And this is CAW Ascension, the evolution of professional wrestling.
It's a beautiful evening here in Milan, Italy. And boy, do we have a match for you tonight.
We do indeed. And straightforward, we won't hang about. First, a bit of context. At the start of the show, the self-proclaimed premier athlete, Ahmad Murray, came out to put forth a challenge.
And it was a challenge that would not go unanswered.
It's a good thing too, Senor Mike. Otherwise, no match, eh?
I'm just here to settle a little backstage dispute. All right? Omar Muhammad, come on down here and see me.
And the Sultan of Assault would do just that.
Muhammad is never one to back down from a challenge.
I am here, American.
I wouldn't say
and
never.
I see you.
Sometimes he backed down.
Now what is it you want? An autograph? Or maybe wrestling lessons?
I want a match. A submission match. I want to make you eat all that crap you've been talking about being the best on the roster.
Clearly stated.
Not a problem.
Well, Ahmed has his match, and we've got our main event, a submission match for bragging rights. Let's go ahead and get the show started.
The following match is for one fall. Introducing first, from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, weighing in at 263 pounds, the Sultan of Assault, Omar Muhammad.
Ahmad Murray, a typical prideful American. So confident in your red, white, and blue. We'll see who gets the glory tonight, eh?
Omar Muhammad, the Sultan of Assault, as he's called, is not known for his humility. He believes he's divinely selected to reign over the sport.
And perhaps he is. Muhammad's rise here on Ascension and in the CAW in general has been meteoric. He's not accrued many losses in his brief tenure.
Well, we'll see if his record holds here tonight.
And from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 263 pounds, the premier athlete, Ahmad Murray.
Muhammad, you talk big, but talk ain't gonna cut it when you're in the ring with a premier athlete.
Ahmad Murray's pedigree is not lacking. He's a two-time Greco-Roman champion, International Greco Invitational Tournament winner, and is the only wrestler to podium in 3 consecutive International Greco events. His claims of being the premier athlete come with undeniable receipts, that's for sure.
Well, while Murray's pedigree is impressive, it's in Greco-Roman wrestling, isn't it? The skills are relatable, but not the same. I suspect that Ahmad Murray is going to learn the difference quite clearly here tonight.
Well, maybe you'd know better than me, Alistair. You're the ex-grappler. I'm just a commentator. But either way, we're about to find out. Well, both superstars are in the squared circle. The fans are in their seats, and it's time to get this contest underway. And there's the bell. Alistair, what's your professional assessment of our 2 in-ring competitors?
Well, as I said, Michael, Murray's skill set, while impressive for what it is lacking in adaptability. He'll do fine as long as his opponent relegates himself to grapples, holds, and slams for sure. But how will he adapt if Muhammad fishhooks him or gouges the eyes? Greco-Roman wrestling doesn't train you for that, and that's precisely the type of tactic that the Sultan of Assault is likely to rely on.
Well, I don't doubt that. Muhammad is known to employ some creative strategies, without doubt. But I question whether Ahmad Murray is as limited by his Greco-Roman background as you may think. He's also from the streets of West Philadelphia, and that part of his background just may come into play as well.
See, West Philadelphia, born and raised. And if I had to guess, I bet I know where he spent most of his days.
If you're guessing at the gym or in training, Hector, you'd be absolutely right. He's been training in amateur wrestling since the 6th grade. He also played both football and baseball, respectively, in high school. The man is very serious about maxing his athletic potential.
Potential is one thing, Michael. Actualization is another. Murray may have the potential to become one of the world's greatest professional wrestlers. But Muhammad is already there. Big difference. You speak of Murray's many accolades, but Muhammad comes with an impressive set of accolades of his own. He's a former Middle East regional champion, a 2-time Desert Crown champion, has won the King's Cup Invitational, and get this, Michael, has never tapped out in a professional competition. Particularly poignant, considering this match's stipulations, wouldn't you say?
I would. But I'd also say there's a first time for everything, Alistair, and Ahmad Murray is far from unskilled in the area of submission wrestling. In fact, it's his forte.
Okay? What is this forte?
It's kind of like what he's good at. His thing.
Oh, see. His thing. Like Senor Bach and the Rapadap.
Something like that, Hector, yes. And there goes Murray, doing his thing now as he applies an inverted figure 4 leg lock to the Sultan of Assault.
Far too soon. Still, good for taxing your opponent though, I suppose. He can't think he'll hit a spear from that distance.
What? Looks like a change of plans.
I suppose I stand corrected. Murray's perhaps a bit more adaptable than I previously gave him credit for, but I still doubt it's enough to carry him to victory. We'll see.
Ooh, I like that. He did a little spinny thing.
A discus punch, Hector. It's called a discus punch. You know, it wouldn't hurt you to learn some proper wrestling terminology, Hector. It is part of your employment requirements, you know.
It actually isn't.
The bollocks! What do you mean it isn't?
Hector is Hannibal Hernandez's cousin. He goes wherever Hannibal goes. And right now, Hannibal is on CAW Ascension.
Really, Hector? You're a Nepo baby.
Oh no, Senor Posh. I am naturalized.
Bollocks.
Omar Mohammed, trying hard to get back into the driver's seat, but Ahmad Murray doesn't want to give up the wheel. And it looks like it's going to be a series of reversals here, as the technical abilities of both these men shine through. Out of that exchange, however, Murray comes out on top.
Muhammad's off his game in the moment, but I've faith his experience will carry him back into a position of proper dominance in little time.
Why, Alistair, that doesn't sound like very impartial commentary.
Why? Because I have faith in Muhammad? I also have faith in consequences, but I don't look forward to them. My experience as a professional merely tells me that Muhammad is the more skilled competitor. There's no bias in that.
So your background as a career heel doesn't affect your opinions at all, I'm sure.
Now I see your confusion, Michael. You still think in outdated terms like heel and babyface? No, those are bygone ways, my friend. Wrestlers aren't so linear and one-dimensional anymore. They have depth now, complexity, nuance. Catch up, old chum. You're falling behind.
Well, at least neither of these guys can be said to be falling behind, as this has pretty much been a back-and-forth affair the whole way. Unlike Alistair, I don't see enough of a disparity here to predict this match going one way or the other with such an extreme level of certainty.
That's because, unlike me, Michael, you don't possess decades of in-ring experience. As you said, you're just a commentator.
Hey, be nice, Senor Posh. I am also just a commentator.
Mohammed looking to wrap it up with a classic camel clutch. But Murray's not ready to go. The premier athlete looks to be back in control. And I gotta say, Alistair, Mohammed looks a lot less confident about his chances than you do right now, I'll tell you.
It's true Murray is enjoying a burst of momentum in the moment, but that's all it is, a burst. Soon, he'll peter out, and Mohammed will undoubtedly re-establish control.
Well, he'd better re-establish control soon then. Murray is about to tear his leg right out of the socket. And he's back in with the inverted figure 4.
And it's still premature. He's underestimating Mohammed's physical endurance. Murray is used to competing against guys that wrestle once a month, not someone who does it twice a night. He's not adapted his strategy to this arena, and that's why he's going to fail here tonight, on my word.
And now, it's an STF camel clutch from Mohammed, but for some reason, he releases it.
That was a mistake. He's just given Murray another opportunity to regain position. He should have finished him right there. Foolish.
And it looks as if Murray intends to do just that. Rebound, running knee strike, and the... What?
It's Myron. Myron!
Sorry.
Bloody interns.
And there's a low-altitude super kick from Ahmad Murray that appears to have really rung Mohammed's bells. Wisely getting clear of Ahmad's aerial attack, but to no avail.
Oh, look who decided to start wrestling again. I thought the bloke had retired mid-match.
You're not holding any biases, though. Okay.
Hypocritical much, Michael? I haven't exactly seen you waving any pom-poms for Omar Mohammed. Just rooting on the home team, right? Yanks stick with Yanks, eh?
Yes, us Yankees stick together. Like wet tortillas.
Hector. No, Alistair, nothing like that. I'm just trying to add a counterbalance to your commentary. I really don't have a preferred victor here. All I care about is having a great match to call. And great matches are why we're here, in the CAW, and on CAW Ascension in particular.
Did you just do a promo for the show, on the show?
I did! Thanks for noticing. And now, the higher-ups are sure to notice too.
What a bloody toady you are, Michael. Have you no shame?
None. I replaced it all with ambition. It's the American way.
Yeah, man. Don't you read the Constitution? It's all in there.
Mohammed, getting back into this fight.
Finally.
Lifted into the fireman's carry, and you know what that means. The Arabian Night. That might be it for the premier athlete.
I told you, Michael. Perhaps now you'll learn to trust my expertise. Observe as this premier athlete succumbs to his better.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right, Hector. So much for your expertise, Alistair. This party's still going.
Gloat on, Michael. Soon Mohammed will shut the lights on Murray, and the party, as you call it, will be over.
It's not that serious, Senor Posh. Relax, my guy.
Oh, it looks like Ahmad Murray just got a nasty cut off that one. Mohammed setting up for something here. And it's a backbreaker right across the turnbuckle. That is an absolutely devastating maneuver by Omar Mohammed.
Oh, poor cajones.
It was only a matter of time before Mohammed started employing desperate tactics, Hector. We all knew it was coming.
And I knew this was coming. Finally, we can put this thing to bed. So sorry, Michael. But you know, chin up. Oh, come on now!
Senor Mohammed is the Sultan of Assault. And Senor Posh is a sulkin in the salt.
Have a laugh, Hector.
I just did.
The contest is not yet over. And if you'll notice, Mohammed once again holds the advantage. My case is not disproven, just delayed. You'll see.
Murray stepping out onto the apron. But for what?
For a break?
For nothing, that's what. His gambit failed. He's exhausted his arsenal. The next time Muhammad applies the camel clutch, he won't let go.
He'd be wise not to. Muhammad entered this match with what may have been a bit too much confidence, but he may have gained some respect for his opponent. Oh, it's the Premier Slam. Is that it for Omar Muhammad? Murray looks to be locking in a cloverleaf.
Muhammad won't submit. He never has. Perhaps you weren't listening earlier, Michael. Unless Murray is willing to cripple Muhammad, which he's far too proper to do, he can't win.
The fact that Murray just released the hold adds weight to your claim, Alistair. He may not have found Muhammad's breaking point yet, but likewise, Muhammad hasn't found his.
But I suspect he shall find it, Michael. Quite shortly, in fact. You were a fine cheerleader, old man, but your team is going home empty-handed.
And the winner, by submission, the Sultan of Assault, Omar Muhammad.
Well, it looks like you called it, Alistair. The Sultan of Assault indeed stands victorious.
It was never in doubt.
Man, that's too bad. I was hoping Murray'd get the win. I hate to see it go to that snake Omar Muhammad. And even more, I hate to see that arrogant blowhard Alistair High and Mighty Posh be proven right once again.
Well, Alistair does know his stuff, Buck. It's not surprising he's right so often. His in-ring success is evidence of his expertise. Arrogant or not, he's the consummate professional.
Well, he doesn't need to be so snotty about it. What's next on the menu?
That'd be our main event, Ronnie. We'll have the CAW World Champion, the CAW Extreme Champion, the CAW Internet Champion, and the CAW Ascension World Champion, all meeting up in a 4-way elimination match to determine which of them will get to go on to face the CAW Undisputed Champion, Freeman, here next week on Live.
But first, let's go over and check out tonight's Superstar Spotlight, which is brought to you by CAW Wrestling. Available now on PC and on all next-gen consoles.
The following is a CAW Superstar Spotlight.
From the streets of Brooklyn to the square circle flying, move defying gravity, the laws of physics crying. When he takes the ring, man, the crowd's electrified. Freeman's arsenal kicks make your mama terrified.
Shake my assassin, fast as a 100-yard dash. Hit you with a roundhouse, we do a whip blast. Flying high, acrobat, the crowd's hollering loud. Freeman leaves them starstruck on the ropes, they bow. People screaming Freeman, echo through the city. Hot fire, the survivor, ain't no room for pity. Devastates the ring, kicks harder than a mortar. Brooklyn's own legend, no one can distort her. Springboard the top rope like a missile he soars. Opponent sees him coming, they heart hits the floor. Caught up in the whirlwind, no refuge, no pause. Freeman's kicks like Thor's hammer, breaking all laws. Champion of the street, hero from the block. Jab, hook, high kick, leave you in shock. Fam shelling Freeman while he take the top spot. Brooklyn's crying in his veins, opponents all forgot.
People screaming Freeman, echo through the city. Hot fire, the survivor, ain't no room for pity. Devastates the ring, kicks harder than a mortar. Brooklyn's own legend, no one can distort her.
The following is a fatal 4-way elimination match. Entering first from the Isle of Samoa, tipping the scales at nearly 400 pounds. He is the Classic Action Wrestling Extreme Champion, the Samoan Freight Train, Samo.
Doesn't seem like Samo has very much to say.
He never does. Man, a few words.
He's a man of no words.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, you make it in this business by being good at two things, talking and fighting. Sammo ain't a talker. So how do you imagine he compensates?
Fair point.
The Samoan freight train doesn't have much need for words. His power and intensity do all the talking for him. He may not have much in the way of a vocabulary, but he never struggles to make his point.
Or to finish a meal.
Yeah, he's clearly finished a lot of meals. Not that I can talk. But he's also finished a lot of opponents. Hence that title he's wearing.
Ain't that the truth?
And from Amarillo, Texas, weighing 266 pounds, the Classic Action Wrestling World Champion, DDT, Dirty Dick Travis.
I don't show up to lose, and I don't play no games. So understand, every man in that ring is leaving it, dead or alive.
Dirty Dick Travis, or DDT as he's called, is the CAW's very own resident desperado. He's a gun-slinging, rough-riding, dust-kicking, tobacco-spitting, ornery son of a gun! Tougher than leather and slicker than spit. A genuine outlaw.
Must take you back, huh, Buck? You did the rough-and-tumble cowboy thing back in your day.
More like the rock'em sock'em robot thing.
Very funny, Ronnie. Yeah, I was a cowboy, Ty. Still am, truth be told. But I was more Roy Rogers than Billy the Kid. Not like Travis. He's shadier than a willow tree and nastier than a dirt sandwich. I was nothing like that.
But you could have been, Buck. Another time, another place, things might have gone different. Just think, in a parallel universe, you might have ended up being Dirty Buck, and he could have been called Big Old.
I think maybe we should move on.
Probably for the best.
You hear that pop? That ain't luck. That's tape study. Turn to blood, kid.
And next, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 256 pounds, the Classic Action Wrestling Internet Champion. He is the biggest brain in the game,
every bump, every
Aaron
learn the house lights, learn the
Aaron Pratt is where it's at, baby. He's hot, he's trending, and he's all up in your algorithm. The biggest brain in the game.
Aaron Pratt, a man who has had the typical superstars experience in reverse. He spent years as a journalist on wrestling publications, later a radio show, and more recently, a podcast. And now at the age most superstars are considering retirement, Aaron Pratt is just at the start of his in-ring career.
Well, to his advantage, he understands the business better than some guys that have been in the ring for decades. Heck, he's probably about the most seasoned rookie in human history.
And from Portland, Oregon, weighing in at 271 pounds, he is the Classic Action Wrestling Ascension World Champion, the Mighty Castle.
Night after night, men try to lay siege to the castle, but none shall pass.
Ascension World Champion John Castle, or just Castle as he's more commonly known, is a fortification unto himself. Once this man plants his feet, the ring becomes a battleground, and every step towards him is a calculated risk. You don't break the castle, you exhaust yourself in the attempt.
That's a fact, Buck. Stone doesn't flinch, walls don't panic. Once an opponent realizes the walls are never coming down, it's already too late.
Okay, this guy looks impressive, His intro is epic, and you guys are selling him like he's on clearance. But what's his background? Indies? Ex-NFL? Where'd he come from exactly?
Well, you know how it is, Ronnie. Some guys have storied athletic backgrounds and built-in legitimacy. Other guys just show up out of nowhere and start dominating everyone inexplicably. Castle belongs to that latter group. Just roll with it.
Heard and rolling with it, Buck. He sure does seem proud of that title, though.
As he should. And if he can win here tonight, and he can go in to beat the Universal Champion next week, he'll have 2 titles to be proud of.
Yeah, that would be something. But you know what they say about ifs, fifths. Castle still has significant odds to beat if he intends to see himself crowned Universal Champion. First, he'll have to defeat the 3 champions in front of him right now. And that is no small task, even for Castle.
Agreed.
We join the match now with the understanding that one of these 4 men will be going on to face our undisputed champion, Freeman, in next week's main event. The rest will be returning to their respective shows empty-handed.
Well, there's the bell, and I guess it's time to separate the champs from the champions, so to speak. Each man here is the champion of his respective brand. There can be only one champion of the entire company. And right now, that man is the footloose phenomenon Freeman.
And to paraphrase, if you want to be the man, you got to be able to beat the 3 guys standing in front of the man.
Right. And then you got to be able to beat the man.
Exactly. That's the trick.
Man, Castle just about removed Samo's head with that lariat. He's lucky to still have it attached. My own head probably would have been in the 5th row if I'm being honest.
Only the 5th?
And it's another big lariat from Castle. A kick to the spine. And it looks like this one-man standing army is on a rampage.
I'd say. Hey, check it out. What's Travis up to? Looks like he's under the ring after a weapon.
Not if Pratt can help it.
Yeah, you gotta look out for that guy. The most dangerous thing about him is that he pretty much already knows what you're gonna do before you even get a chance to try it. Every strategy, tactic, or shortcut, or whatever, whether in the ring, the boardroom, the locker room, or in the parking lot, he's seen it all 1,000 times.
And that's why he's the biggest brain in the game.
Righto.
Well, I don't know about all that. I do possess a degree in pro wrestling theory after all.
Oh man, not this again.
What? I got it at Harvard.
And Travis gets put down hard on the arena floor by the biggest brain in the game.
So you just gone? Okay. Well, we're well into our match and no one man seems to have a particular lead. We've no eliminations yet and all 4 competitors are still looking strong. The outcome is still up in the air at this point. The suspense is fire.
Well, that's all fine and well, but I'm about ready to see some butts start getting tossed, if I'm being honest. You heard?
Well, there may have been no eliminations yet, but it looks like Dirty Dick is looking to change all that.
Oh, no, man. Don't do that.
Luckily, Pratt was able to save himself from a potentially crippling injury, but it was due to no lack of effort by Dirty Dick.
And Castle with a close call as well, as he kicks out in 2. Looks like things are finally starting to heat up, but we still ain't one bit closer to determining a winner.
My money's on Castle. He had the longest entrance and was the only one with his own Titantron.
That's a solid formula, actually.
They tried putting their heads together and Castle decided to help him out. Powers him up, and it's a ballista bomb! Maybe now we can get this show on the road.
The show's been on the road, Buck. It just hasn't pulled off yet. You feel me?
And that's some impressive power from Aaron Pratt as he lifts Samo into the powerbomb position. and drops him down on that turnbuckle. Uh-oh, Travis has got him, and you know what that means.
Gee, I wonder what DDT's finisher is going to be.
DDT.
You don't say.
Hey, it might be predictable, but it's effective.
No lie.
Nah, doesn't look like Pratt is quite ready to go.
Maybe Castle.
Nope. Maybe Samo.
Nope. Maybe Travis?
Rejected. That was an extra big boot by the big man Castle.
Did knock him for a loop, didn't it? And Aaron Pratt taking full advantage. But I think turning his back on Castle might have been a mistake.
And I think you might be right, Buck.
Nice spine buster from Castle.
Consider that spine busted.
And now, it looks like it's gonna be a gut-wrench powerbomb.
Is that a wrap for Aaron Pratt?
Nope. Kicks out in 2.
Should have been a wrap. Castle's gotta be frustrated.
Look at him. He's just beating the guy like a war drum. He's relentless.
Travis, back under the ring for a weapon.
A steel chair, and Samo caught it.
Yeah, but look at what else he caught. The chair was just a distraction.
Looks like both these boys are trying to go airborne.
And Castle does. But I don't think in the way he intended.
Nope. AP clocked him right off the bat. Pratt for the suplex. But Castle powers right out of it. Firing off a combo. He lifts him into a gorilla press. And, well, I'm not sure if that was a body slam or a spine buster.
It was a body buster. Castle just invented a whole new move right in front of our eyes. The gorilla press body buster.
Sure, I'll take that.
And Travis goes sprawling after that savage headbutt from the Samoan freight train. But still, no cover.
This has turned out to be an all-night affair. I should have brought my jammies.
And some snacks.
Of course, you gotta have snacks. Cheetos, honey buns, gummy bears.
Oh, let me bring the gummies. I know a guy.
Travis right now being absolutely handled by the Samoan freight train.
And Samo again punishing Travis with the headbutt. That might just be it for the Amarillo Outlaw. And no, he kicks out again.
Ronnie might be right. This is starting to look like an all-nighter. Hey Ronnie, does that gummy guy deliver?
Funny you'd ask. He does in fact.
Really? I thought you were joking. When they start doing that, well, you think you could have them bring like some brownies or muffins or something? I feel like I could smash a whole tray of them right about now.
Sure. How about a beverage? They have Kool-Aid.
Well, I'd usually do a brewski, but since I'm working, sure, I'll have a Kool-Aid. No purple stuff. I know you guys like it, but I'm more of a red guy, you know?
Yeah, Buck, we know.
You know, in retrospect, it makes sense that this thing is running long. Every guy in there is built for the long haul. I mean, think about it. First you got DDT. Dirty Dick Travis. We already know he's tougher than a thick strip of beef jerky in a hard leather wrapper. Then you got Samo, the Extreme Champion. A tough man from a tough people, in the toughest version of a tough sport. You don't really get much tougher than that. And Castle. His whole thing is pretty much that he's hard to bring down, so I don't think there's much to add there. The gimmick kind of speaks for itself. And then there's Aaron Pratt.
Yeah, the biggest brain in the game.
I wasn't going to say it, Ty, but yeah. AP may not be the most durable man in there, but he's certainly the cleverest and most cunning. For any disadvantage he may have, he'll find a functional workaround. You can believe that.
Well, I guess I can't hate too much. Look at him right now. Pratt lifting Castle into the fireman's carry, taking him for a spin.
And he hits the algorithm.
Is that it for the Ascension World Champion?
Nah, man. Get up. Yes, sir. The castle still stands.
That may be true, Ronnie, but I fear the walls may have been weakened. He's looking a little shaky.
Not to me, and probably not to Aaron Pratt either, considering that on his back is where he's at.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, Buck, I'm quick-witted. That means I'm quick-witted. I am the entertainment correspondent, after all.
Entertainment correspondent, huh? Is that what we're calling it now? We used to call that comic relief.
That's when they used to be funny, though.
Oh, we're all funny, fellas. Only I do it on purpose. You dig?
And it's another ballista bomb.
And look to the ring. Dick Travis is posting up for a high spot.
You know what it is, Ty.
It's what it always is.
DDT.
On the money. Do we got our first Rapidapt?
We'll see. Travis, in for the cover.
And Samo's going nowhere still.
Man, how many two-pointers are we gonna see? Somebody needs to start hitting some threes.
Well, I don't think it's from a lack of trying, Ronnie. All these guys are going pretty hard, but none of them want to go home without that shot at the Universal title. Who could blame them? It's the whole point.
True that.
And there's a big spine buster from the biggest brain in the game.
Castle looks to be hurt.
And Aaron Pratt couldn't look happier about it.
Samo's gotten a hold of DDT with that crushing vice grip. That may be it for the Amarillo Outlaw.
Yup. It's a Rapidapt. 1 of 3. Now we're cooking. With Dirty Dick hitting the old dusty trail, we're at least one step closer to knowing who's going to be going on to face the Universal Champion. Whether it'll be the Samoan Freight Train, the Mighty Castle, or the biggest brain in the game is all still up in the air at this point.
Speaking of up in the air, it looks like Aaron Pratt is experiencing an elevation of altitude.
Just a brief one. And it looks like the Samoan Freight Train is coming through.
Samo with the pin.
Oh, come on, ref.
Oh, man.
His feet are on the ropes. What a travesty. Boy, I'll tell you.
It is a tough break, Buck. But nevertheless, that leaves just Aaron Pratt or Samo to bring this home and go on to face the Universal Champion, Freeman, next week here on CAW Live.
A stiff knee from Pratt. And it looks like Pratt's headed for the top rope. We've all seen this before. Flying elbow smash. And that might have pulled the Samoan Freight Train right into the station. And I think that might just be a Rapidapt, boys.
No doubt, Buck. A Rapidapt indeed.
The winner by pinfall, the biggest brain in the game, Aaron Pratt.
And there you have it, folks. Aaron Pratt meets Freeman next week, right here on Live.
Like a subscribe. Wasting your time if you're listening. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.